everybody, what is up? How are you guys doing? What's up? Happy Monday, happy Fired Up Monday. I know this is like 2 days late. I am so sorry it has taken me so long to hop in here with you guys. I had every intention of being in the kitchen and doing this up with you guys, but I did not want to wait another freaking day to get you guys the information that you needed to have a proper meal prep and like have it done where it's like easy, okay? And what it is that I do. So even though I'm not in the kitchen doing it myself, for those of y'all that may have seen my comment or whatever, I'm dealing with some back issues at the moment. It's got my leg going numb. So I'm just kind of trying to do minimal things at the moment. So I'm just going to give you guys my best tips for meal prepping and what it is that I do to prepare myself for the week ahead. So hopefully maybe a couple of you guys can hop on this evening. If not, it is okay. The replay will still be here for you guys to check it out. But if you do hop on, please feel free to say hello in the comments and put whatever questions that you have in the comments as well, because even if you didn't hop on live, I can still chat it up with you guys in the comments as you bring in those questions. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my top tips for meal prepping and how to make it as simple as possible. So again, I know I'm not in the kitchen right now, but like I said, my back is like messed up. My leg is numb right now. So I'm just taking it easy. Okay. Just taking it easy. So anyway, so my top tips. Hey, Tammy, what's going on? Okay, super cool. Well, hopefully I can get through this while you have a chance to check it all out. Okay, so a couple of tips of what I do when I meal prep. Number one, my first tip is I grocery shop and meal prep on 2 totally different days. And there's a reason for that. Because usually when I grocery shop, and I don't know if y'all are like this, I clean out my fridge, I clean out my pantry, I clean up my kitchen, I do all of that. So that way when I get back with all the like new groceries, like it has somewhere to go. Because last week's leftovers, if they ain't been ate by now, they need to go out the fridge, okay, or be frozen. Anyway, and so I will go through and clean out my refrigerator, pantry, freezer, all of that kind of stuff to prep for the new groceries coming in. And by the time you're done with all that, the last thing you want to do is meal prep. It is very, very difficult to meal prep in a dirty workspace. I'm just going to be honest with you, whether you're OCD or not like me, it's very difficult to meal prep in a dirty workspace. So if you've got dishes in the sink, stuff on the counter, your refrigerator is junky, or you're trying to pull everything out of the refrigerator on the same day, you got all this leftover stuff on the counters or whatever, it's just in your way. So I meal prep and grocery shop on 2 different days. For me personally, for my life, my household, Thursdays is usually when I do my grocery shopping, or I will order my groceries on Thursday to pick them up on Friday. So somewhere between that Thursday, Friday, I pick up my groceries, get it all loaded or whatever. And then Saturdays or Sundays is when I meal prep. Sometimes it's a 2-day thing, just depends on how much I'm prepping or whatever. But typically I try to do it on Saturdays. That way my Sundays are free, because I just don't like having anything to do on Sundays. So that's the first tip, grocery shop and meal prep on 2 totally different days, okay? The second thing that I do to prepare all of my foods. So some of the containers and stuff that I use, I love the glass containers for fresh produce. You can get these on Amazon, you can get them at Sam's Food Club, but they have the snap lids and they're glass containers. Produce stays fresh in those containers for like 5 to 6 days. So it actually keeps your produce fresher for longer than a Ziploc bag or a Tupperware or something like that. So I love the glass containers. Nothing special about where I get them from. You can get them at Sam's Food Club or on Amazon. Like, it doesn't matter which one. You can get them 2-day Prime, or if you got a Sam's Club membership, go to Sam's Club. Anyway, and so that is what I use for my veggies. So typically what I do is I have all my veggies like zucchini, carrots, bell peppers, cucumbers. Cucumbers I don't usually cut up early because they'll kind of get like watery or whatever. But they're easy enough to kind of slice up as you need them. So that's not really that big of a deal. But zucchini, bell peppers, green onion, I mince up fresh garlic, all of that kind of stuff. So what you want to do when you get all your veggies is go ahead and get them all cut up or shredded out. Shredded veggies, y'all, is amazing because you can do so much with shredded veggies, right? Like if you are, you forgot to pull out meat for lunch or dinner or whatever. Yes, the glass ones are great. Maybe you forgot to prep for dinner or something like that, and you get home and you're trying to skip that drive-thru line, y'all, shredded veggies will save you because you can make a quick stir fry with that. You can make a quick, gobsmack sandwich or something. Like, you can do so much with shredded veggies. So I'll usually shred up a bunch of veggies like carrots, bell pepper, You can get you some alfalfa sprouts. You can chop up mushrooms. Again, mushrooms is one of those I don't do until the day I'm going to use them because they'll get all watery and brown. You can slice up your avocado. You can slice up some apples. You can slice up some oranges. There's just so many different things that you can do when you're prepping, and put little bags together, right? Put little bags together or little containers together. And y'all, there's nothing more beautiful in your refrigerator than a bunch of like fresh produce and all this glass containers. Y'all, I told y'all I was OCD, okay? Glass containers, and it's stacked in your fridge. Oh my God, y'all, it looks so beautiful. It's so vibrant and colorful and beautiful. Like, it literally just makes you want to devour what's in the fridge because it just looks aesthetically pleasing, right? So that's some of the ways that you can prep your veggies. Now, usually what I'll do is I'll have my oven preheated. I'll have the Instant Pot out and the crock pot out, right? Because then you can do multiple things at one time, and it's saving you so much time, so you don't have to meal prep. You don't have to be cooking all day long. So in the oven, typically what I'll cook together is chicken breast and turkey breast cutlets. I use 99% fat-free turkey breast cutlets, and then of course chicken breast. You can cook those. The turkey breast can go on a cookie sheet with foil. That's it. That's all you have to, and then season it. And then your chicken breast can go in a casserole dish, and I usually spray the inside of the pan with like olive oil, put in a little sea salt and pepper, put the chicken breast in there, spray the top with olive oil, sea salt, and pepper. You can get creative with some of your seasonings and change up the chicken breast. So like one chicken breast can just be sea salt and pepper. Another one can be like a chili lime chicken breast. Another one can be like a sun-dried tomato. Another one can be like, you can actually make 4 different chicken breasts, 4 different flavors. So really you're kind of changing it up and not getting bored with the same taste, like day after day. So if you're eating about 4 ounces of chicken, the chicken breasts that I get are pretty large. So each one of those will make, each chicken breast is 2 meals. So if you've got 4 different types of seasoned chicken breast, you've really got like 8 different meals in that one thing. So I cook those together, and then I'll normally put in like sweet potatoes or red potatoes or some other type of potato in the oven and cook all of that at once. If you want to save even more time and you have an Instant Pot, make your potatoes in the Instant Pot because they cook a lot faster than in the oven. Just dice them up, throw them in the Instant Pot, put a cup of water, turn it on, let it do its thing. While that's cooking, you can do your meats and you can cut up your veggies. So that's literally how I do the rotation of my kitchen. That's how I do the rotation of my kitchen. And even if you don't have all of those gadgets or whatever, if you don't have a crock pot or an Instant Pot, it's no big deal. You can still just use your oven stove and your hands, okay? You really can. The other meat that I cook is I have to do lean beef, so I'll cook my steaks on the stove. Those don't take a whole lot of time. Put a little bit of olive oil in the skillet. I use Montreal steak seasoning and put that in there, and I cook those on low because then they can be simmering and cooking while everything else is going, and I don't have to worry about trying to keep going back and forth to check the stove because it's cooking so fast that it might burn. So I just cook those on a low setting, like 2 to 3. I have a gas stove, so like 2 to 3 or like medium low heat if you've got an electric stove. And I'll have that simmering as well. So that's a little bit of how I prep all of the meals. Anything like if you're doing oatmeal, you can do overnight oats. Overnight oats are amazing. Get you some little mason jars. Put you some oats in there. Smother them with, almond milk or water or something like that. You can put berries in there, blueberries or raspberries, whatever. Literally seal it and put it in the refrigerator. The next morning, you can either eat that hot or cold. But either way, you've got some oats. Going. So if you need a quick breakfast or you woke up late or something or you're running on the go or whatever, you can literally grab those oats, heat them up in the microwave for 30 seconds to a minute, or like I said, eat it cold. I cannot eat cold oatmeal. It's disgusting to me. So I have to heat mine up. Anyway, heat them up 30 seconds to a minute and boom, you've got your breakfast, and you don't have to worry about either going all day starving or trying to stop somewhere and get you something to eat. Okay. So that is how I do my meal prep. Anything that you can like cut up into servings and pre-package. Once your meats are done, cut them into 4-ounce sections. Okay. What are your thoughts about tofu? My naturopath is wanting me to eliminate meats again, so I'm tapering off. Tofu is great. I do not like tofu. I'm just gonna be real honest. I personally do not like tofu, but I have a recipe for a tofu stir fry that I can send you, Tammy, if you want me to. It's a really good stir fry. I cannot get over the texture of tofu. Tofu is a great substitute for meat though. So if that is what you need to go to, Go to it because it is fantastic. It is phenomenal. The other thing, I don't cook my fish ahead of time because reheated fish is just not good to me. It's just not. It's just not good to me at all. So I'll cook and plus when you're cooking like a single fish fillet, like tilapia or salmon or something like that, it cooks so quickly, like in 7 to 10 minutes usually, that it's no prep time anyway the day of. But there is a tofu stir fry. I'll post the recipe in here. It's a really, really, really good stir fry. I just don't like tofu. Not at all, not even a little bit. I can't get over the texture. It's not my fave, but I would like to try something hearty like stir fry. Yes, do a stir fry, and then I would get if the texture is an issue for you, make sure you get a firm tofu or an extra firm tofu, because then it's less mushy. Like, ooh, it's making me gag even thinking about it, Tammy. It's less mushy, so get a firm tofu, okay? And yes, I'll post that on this. I'll post it in the comments of this live. My connection is like weird tonight, so it keeps kicking me off. But I'll post that in the comments. Yeah, girl, it is just, I can't do it. Anyway, I started doing a stir fry that was called no-fu stir fry instead of tofu stir fry, because I did everything else and didn't add the tofu. So I called it no-fu stir fry. Anyway, the other thing I do is make homemade salsa. Y'all, homemade salsa is a lifesaver because it adds lots of flavor without a whole lot of calories or sugar. Y'all, salsa at the store is loaded with so much sugar and so many preservatives and everything else. And it is so simple to make your own freaking salsa and once you taste it, you probably will never do store brand salsa again. And how you do that is very simple. You only need a couple of vegetables. You boil it in the pot, and then you put it in the blender, and then you put it in the fridge. Y'all, if you want to know like a money-saving hack for storage containers, y'all, when you get mayonnaise or Miracle Whip or pickle jars or marinara sauce jars or whatever, y'all, wash those jars out and save them, because those jars can be used when you make your own salsa or you make your own salad dressing or something like that, okay? So save some of those jars for yourself, and when I keep getting kicked off. And when you make things like that, you have jars and storage containers for them that are perfect. Like, I got so many pickle jars in there, y'all. Like, it's not even funny, okay? It is not even funny. Anyway, so what I do to make my own salsa is all you need is a pot. You need a pot, water, and some vegetables. And you want your red Roma tomatoes. You need green tomatillo tomatoes, which are the little green ones. They have the little leaf around it or whatever. Tomatillos, jalapeno peppers, serrano peppers, garlic, and cilantro. That's all you need. Like, that's legitimately all you need. Homemade salsa is so much better. So you boil your vegetables minus the garlic and the cilantro. So the tomatoes, the tomatillos, the jalapenos, and the serrano peppers, you boil those in water, and you just need enough water to cover the top of the tomatoes. Boil those until, I would say, like maybe 10-15 minutes. Probably 20 minutes max, depending upon how high you have your heat. Once that's done, you get your blender out. You take a ladle or two, depending upon if you like a chunky salsa or a watery salsa. I like a more liquidy salsa. I don't like a chunk salsa. So take 1 or 2 ladles of the water that you just boiled the vegetables in, pour them in the blender. Be careful because your water is hot, so be careful not to splatter it on yourself. Put in a couple of cloves of garlic. Blend it for a few minutes, right? So add your hot water. Depending upon how much garlic you like. I like a lot of garlic, so I add like 3 or 4 cloves. But if you're not a fan of garlic, maybe 1 or 2 would be great for you. Add your garlic, blend it up until that garlic is kind of, minced or whatever. Then you scoop out your vegetables. Blend that up. So your tomatoes, tomatillos, jalapenos, and serranos, put that in the blender, then blend that up. Then tear off the stems of your cilantro. Y'all, I love cilantro. Love cilantro. Love cilantro. So I use the entire bunch of cilantro. So I just literally take the whole thing, twist it, take off the stems, put that into the blender, blend it again, add a little bit of sea salt, and boom, you have got homemade fresh salsa. And I'm talking, it'll fill up one of those like wide, chubby pickle jars. It'll fill that thing up. And yes, it is that simple. It is so simple, and that's all you need. It doesn't have any of the added sugar. It doesn't have any of the preservatives and the junk. It's just straight up boiled vegetables. Like, no joke, okay? Add a little sea salt to taste. Y'all, and there is nothing better than fresh hot salsa. Like usually when I make it, like Michael will start taking either pretzel crisps or cut up vegetables or tortilla chips. We like the blue corn tortilla chips, although I haven't had them in forever. He'll literally take that before I can even put it in a jar and start eating the salsa straight out the blender because it is so good when it's hot. And that's all you have to do. If you're not a fan of cilantro like I am, you don't need to use the whole thing of cilantro. Use half of it. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to put that much, but y'all, cilantro is so good. It's so good. So I'll do that. The other thing that I meal prep is hard-boiled eggs. In the Instant Pot, y'all, hard-boiled eggs can be done in minutes. Literally take a dozen eggs, put it in your Instant Pot, either before or after your sweet potatoes or whatever, and like it can be done. So a dozen boiled eggs doesn't last our household long because all of our kids love hard-boiled eggs and they usually eat them all up before I ever get a chance to. But having those prepared and you're running late for work, guess what? You can grab a hard-boiled egg, a can of tuna, and some pickles, and you've got a tuna salad for lunch. I mean, it's just really that simple, okay? Oh yeah, the Instant Pot eggs are so easy. It's like so simple. Chrissy, if she's still on here, my sister-in-law, I believe Chrissy, do you do your eggs in the Instant Pot too? I can't remember. Oh yeah. Okay. See, there you go. Yeah. Chrissy, if you can give her some pointers on like how to do the eggs, I think it's like 7 minutes in the Instant Pot, if I remember correctly. I think it's 7 minutes in the Instant Pot and hard-boiled eggs are done. But literally like it's things like that. And here's the thing with doing this, right? You have to mind trick yourself on so many things. And if you've already got food that is easily available to you, because a lot of times, even for me personally, I'm hungry, but I don't feel like cooking. And so I'll just grab whatever is ready. Well, if you've got all your meals prepped and all your food and your veggies and all that stuff prepped where you can just grab stuff together and put it together, then you don't have to worry about getting to that moment where you're like, I'm starving, but I don't feel like making anything. So I'm either going to stop by drive-thru or I'm going to grab some crap food or do whatever. Yeah, that's what I thought. So like 5, 6, 7 minutes. It depends on how firm you like them. If you like the yolk, I don't care for yolk. If you're doing like a tuna salad and you do 2 eggs to 1 can of tuna, I would do 1 with the yolk and 1 without the yolk. Me personally, just to cut down on the fat because most of the fat is in the yolk. Anyway, so those are just some things you can have prepped and ready to make you quick meals on the go that are easy to keep you accountable and to keep you okay with eating what you've got prepared, right? Yeah, I'll let y'all figure that out. But those are just some of the things that I do to prepare for the week when I have those really good weeks. I'll do my chicken, my turkey cutlets, and my steaks ahead of time. Fish, I just cook the day of because fish is nasty reheated. I cut up all of my vegetables and usually we'll try to put them like into serving sizes. That way I can just either grab a bag or a dish and just, throw it, saute it a little bit or heat it in, like with my zucchini, I've just gotten to a point now, I just heat it in the microwave, or eat it raw. Zucchini is one of those things you can raw. Asparagus is another one I just cook the day of because reheated asparagus, it's all soggy. So I cook that the day of, but you can make your fresh salsa, hard-boiled eggs, sweet potatoes, 3 meats, cut up all your veggies, and like in 5 steps, you've got your meals planned for the week. I mean, it's really that simple, y'all. And it's worth it because on those days when I'm prepared, I eat less crap food. On the days where I'm not prepared, I end up eating crap food. I'm just going to be real honest with y'all because life happens and then you're tired and overrun and the last thing you want to do is worry about cutting up vegetables, cooking a meat, sauteing this, waiting on a sweet potato, or whatever it is you got to do, okay? So go ahead and prep yourselves. And like I said, I'm so sorry I didn't get a chance to do this weekend. I've had so much stuff going on, and the last 2 days have been pretty rough for me in regards to my back and the migraine and the allergies, which is why my eyes bloodshot red. But I'm here now, okay? I'm here now, and hopefully this helps you. That's so funny, Christy. She's the ice bath, not batch. Okay. Hopefully this helps you guys with a little bit of how to make that all work, and it doesn't take up a whole day or 2 days or whatever, and you can make it fit your life. So if you work outside of the home, make sure you put things together where you can. Oh, and then how to package your food, right? So you can also make up a big huge thing of quinoa or brown rice. Okay, make like 2 cups of quinoa or brown rice. And then get those little to-go containers from like Walmart or whatever grocery store where they're like a couple of dollars for a 2-pack. And it's the divider. It's a 2 divider thing or whatever. So it's got like 2 sections in it. And then you can put and then you can put your meat and either your brown rice and your quinoa in like the bigger side, and then put your vegetables in the one side by itself. Package those up and have those in stacks, and you could probably do like 3 to 4 days of meals in those containers. And literally all you got to do is grab one of those containers, go to work, and heat it up in the microwave. That's it. If you're starving, like usually by the time you get home from work, take 2 of them and then eat your dinner before you even leave work. That way when you get home, or you're not on your way home and like starving and wanting to stop at the drive-thru line. So take 2 of them with you. Take your lunch and then take one for your dinner that you need to eat, and eat it on the way home. I know that doesn't like fit the family life where you want to sit down with your kids and eat what they eat and all that other kind of stuff. Already be full, because if you're full already on the way home when you're cooking for them, whatever it is you're cooking for them, you won't be tempted to eat whatever it is you're cooking for them. Okay, your stomach is already full. So those are the tips that I got for you guys. You can do your overnight oats, your homemade fresh salsa, your hard-boiled eggs, cut up your veggies. You can have your meats already, put them in those little plastic containers, get you a good set of glass containers, and make your week like the best ever. And you'll see just how simple it is. So yes, it takes 2 strong days of prep, cleaning out your fridge, cleaning out your pantry, grocery shopping, and then you could probably get all that done, I would say, in about 3 to 4 hours. If you're focused, right? I understand we have mom life, but if you're focused and you can just get in the kitchen, get it done, you could probably get all that done in about 3 or 4 hours, probably less than that, because you could have your salsa and your steak going on the stove, your chicken and your turkey in the oven, and your hard-boiled eggs in the Instant Pot, and then get those out and put your sweet potatoes in the Instant Pot, and boom, you've got a week's worth of food in like 3 to 4 hours. All right. Hopefully this served you guys. Hopefully this helped you out. Let me know what it is you think, and if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below. I'm happy to help. Tammy, I'm not sure if you're still on here, but I will be posting that tofu stir fry recipe in here. And if you can think of anything at all, any questions that you have, please feel free to put them in the comments. I will be chatting it up with you guys. Love y'all so much. Y'all are doing incredible. I'm so freaking proud of you. For those of y'all that are showing up for yourself every single freaking day, I am so freaking proud of you guys. It is showing in how you feel. It is showing on the scale. It is showing in your life and in your energy levels. And I am just absolutely loving it. So with that, I'm going to hop off of here. Thank you for your grace and your patience with me. I truly appreciate it, and I'll chat with y'all later. Bye.